All right. Hello and welcome, friends. It's a beautiful Monday morning. For those of you here live, we're coming at you from Discovery Park in Gilbert, Arizona. If you're wearing the BFR bands, we are not adding air until after our warm-up piece. So have that in mind. We're going to be doing some push-ups in our second series today. So just have something. Elevated push-ups are great. We're going to be doing a diamond push-up on the first part. So if you're working hard at a regular push-up, I want you to find a higher elevated surface when we get ready for that diamond push-up. Just help protect your shoulders. All right, but first we're going to start down on the mat. We're going to be doing some bird dog work to get our midline started, and just making sure my volume's good to go. All right, friends, make your way on down to hands and knees. Come to a kneeling position to start, sitting back on your ankles. Step nice and tall out of the hips, and we're going to start by warming up the wrists, just rotating through those wrists. Start to focus on your breathing as well, breathing in and out your nose as able. Rotate those wrists the other way. Very good. Then we're going to come onto that tabletop position, bringing your knees underneath those hips. And now we're going to rotate the palms down, fingers turned in towards your body. Draw your stomach in, and then just very gently go ahead and lean back. Draw your chin in towards your chest. And we're going to breathe 3 times here. In and out the nose as able, and mimic that cat-cow position. So as you breathe in, lifting up between the shoulder blades, lightly tuck your chin down and in. And then as you breathe out, draw the shoulders down out of the ears, looking up and forward. A couple more like that. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out. Taking some space, looking ahead. Good. One more time. Add a pause at the top and bottom of each breath. Fantastic. Once you finish that, go ahead and return back to the heels. Shake out those wrists. Good. Shoulders down out of the ears. Maybe just a little smile and just shake out those wrists. And now we're going to go into our inverted prayer. Fingers draw down, back of the palms together. And then now draw the elbows and shoulders down. Close the eyes and breathe 2 to 3 times. Fantastic. All right, we're going to get ready for our first set of bird dog. This is going to be a little bit different variation than we've done in the past. We're going to be holding for about 10 seconds in the extended position, meaning hand reaching out and leg drawing back. And we're going to do about 5 to 6 repetitions for a total of 1 minute on each side. So when you're ready, setting the hands, knees underneath the body, as you breathe in, go ahead and extend your right arm straight out, extend your left leg straight back. And now we're going to hold this position. You don't need to have your leg way up high. Make sure that midline can hold strong. Make a fist with the arm. Draw your toes towards the ground. And now I want you to think about expanding as you draw your belly and trying to push through the palm. Drive out through the back of the heel. And then when you're ready, you'll start to bring the hand towards the knee. Just lightly touch under the body. And then breathe in, extending out of that support arm and holding for that next rep. It's about a 8 to 12 second hold, somewhere in there. Really getting that midline to brace and holding strong. When you're ready, bringing the hand to the knee under the body. Breathe in, lift up, squeeze and extend. Feel that nice strong line all the way through that core from the top of that right hand to the bottom of that left heel. Maybe about 4 reps in. One more time here. Bring it together. Lightly touch the hand to the knee under the body. Midline held neutral, hips and shoulders neutral. And last one here. Breathing as you hold. When you're ready, go ahead and take a break. Toes together, knees divide, in between sides. We're going to rock the hips back, come into a little child stretch. Go, bow the head down. We're going to take about another 30 seconds before we start that next set. So whatever feels natural for your body here. If you want to sway side to side, if you prefer to come up and do a little bit more of that cat-cow posture instead of that child stretch, 20 seconds, and then we'll be starting with the left hand and the right leg. Swivel the hips side to side. All right, go ahead and get ready for that tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips. Nice wide handprint through that right hand. And then when you're ready, breathe in, extend the left arm, making that fist. Extending that right leg. toe drawing down towards the ground like you're trying to extend towards the heel to the wall behind you. Excellent. When you're ready, breathe in, hand towards the knee under the body. Breathe out, coming back to that extended position. Looking strong, Sharon. There you go, Kathy. Remember to make that fist. Lifting up through that right hand. Keep breathing as you engage that glute on the right hips. Good. Here we come back in. Take a pause. Touch the hand to the knee. Breathe in. Extend. And you're practicing that bracing position. Chin in, eyes looking down. Great time to breathe in and out the nose as able. One more time, friends. Bring it in, touching under. Breathing out, stretching long. Holding that midline nice and neutral, stomach drawn in. And 3, 2, 1, take a pause. Very good. Let's go ahead and roll over onto our back for a moment, and then we're gonna do one more round of that. Go ahead and lie on back, shoulders tucked, shoulder blades tucked under, arms nice and broad, and then feet flat on the ground. Let's just gently windshield wiper through the hips. Lower the knees to one side, bring them back up to neutral, and then taking them the other way. Oh, very good. Fantastic. All right, once you've evened yourself out on both sides, turning it back around, and then we're gonna get ready for our second of 2 rounds here with this, like an activated bird dog, holding those isometric positions. So once again, we're gonna be starting with our right arm with the left leg. So spread out those hands, get that good base of support, knees underneath those hips. And then when you're ready, here we go. Breathing in, reach the arm out. Fist, lifting up out of that shoulder. Trying to drive through the back of that heel, squeezing the glute. Very good. When you're ready, draw everything in. Holding the spine neutral, touch the hand to that opposite thigh, and then breathe in, lift up out of that support arm, making that fist, that long chain of strength to that midline. Continue to breathe through the nose as able here, and then once again, taking a pause, hand towards the knee, and extending back out. Really common to feel that belly button start to drop down towards the floor, so draw it up and in. Also, head and neck draws in, looking straight down towards that support hand. One more time when you're ready. Breathing in, hand to the opposite knee. Breathing out as you extend. And then just ensure you're not holding your breath here. Just focus on some intentional breathing. 5 more seconds, squeeze the glute. Make that strong fist. And pausing there. Beautiful. Child stretch, cat-cow. Roll through the wrists, come into a kneeling position. Your choice on how you want to use this rest break. A little shake of the arms. All right, excellent job. We're going to finish out this midline activation, coming back into all fours. Spread out those fingers, make those hands into a nice wide starfish. It's going to be left hand, right foot, starting in 2, 1. Here we go. Breathe in, reaching out, making that fist, drawing the toes towards the ground, extending through that heel. Holding yourself as neutral as you can. When you're ready, breathing in, hand gently touches the opposite knee, extending out, chin in, eyes down. Breathe as you squeeze here, holding that nice solid brace. Good, we're halfway through, bringing it together. Still lifting up strong, extending it out. There you go. But sure, it doesn't have to be the knee to the thigh. You kind of lose that neutral spine. Just bring your hand towards your thigh. There we go. Holding, squeezing. Last time, friends. Hand touches that opposite knee and then extend out. Good job. Keep locking out. Pushing through that right arm without hyperextending your elbow, making that fist. And 3, 2, 1. All done there. Excellent. Excuse me. All right, from there, shaking it out. We're gonna do one more thing on hands and knees before we start to come up to standing, and that's gonna be our mid-back openers or our quadruped or thoracic rotations. So coming back down to that position once more, that tabletop position. Let's go ahead and bring your left arm behind the head, You're gonna breathe in, bring your elbow towards your opposite elbow, breathing out, looking up, shoulder down out of the ear. Anywhere between 5 and 8 times. It's not an exercise done for speed. It's more about mobility and especially that opening position. So as you pull your elbow towards the sky, hold it there and pause, breathing in as you close, breathing out as you open. Excellent. 1 or 2 more. Like push through that downside arm, extending out of your right arm. Follow that elbow with your gaze. And let's get ready for that second side. Final time. Spread the hand out. Breathing in as you close, breathing out as you open. Between 5 and 8. We have some overhead work coming up. So we always like to do something to help open up that mid-back when we get stiff in our rib cage. Oftentimes we'll compensate by arching through our low back as we're pressing up to overhead. So if you're someone that notices you get stiff in that mid-back or stiff in your shoulders, it's a great exercise to do on your own on a daily basis, several times per week. Let's go one more time, breathing in, breathing out. Remember to follow that elbow with your gaze, hold that open position. And let's make our way into down dog and up to standing. Great job. Hips nice and high. You can gently pulse your heart towards your thighs and go ahead and give a little time to stretch out your calves as well. We have some opportunities for some step or jump jacks coming up, as well as some marching high knees or some running in place as you choose. You want to loosen up through those calves. And then when you're ready, we'll start to inchworm our way up, walking the feet towards the hands towards the feet, and then gradually coming up out of your forward fold. All right, friends, good work. Feel free to grab a drink of water. Those of you that are wearing the bands, now's the time we're gonna add some air. Let's go ahead and add some air to your bands. Those of you that may not be using bands today, go ahead and just add a little side stretching, bending your body from side to side, perhaps a behind the back stretch. See what feels good. We'll be all back together here in just about a minute. All right, as I mentioned at the start of the class, we have a new movement for this group that we're introducing today. It's called our Diamond push-up. This is an exercise that's going to isolate a little bit more of the triceps. It's called a diamond because you're going to kind of, or heart diamond, you're going to make it, bringing your hands in close, and then you'll be lowering your chest down to your surface. Back of the couch works great, a table or a chair, and then pushing away, just like a push-up. Okay, opening through. Make sure you don't wing those elbows wide. Right. Fantastic. Once you have air in the band, we're gonna do one more stretch, and then we're gonna jump into our circuit. Let's go ahead and open up the hip flexors. You're gonna step your right foot back. Go ahead and start to push that hip forward, get some nice length on the hip, and then reach your right arm up. We're gonna add the tricep stretch at the same time. Eyes up and forward. Shift through those hips, fire that glute on your right leg, and then side bend towards the left. You want to make sure you have your feet hip width apart so you're nice and stable in this position. Good, a couple of breaths here. And shake it out, wonderful. In between sides, a little side step. Swinging through those arms, alternate which hands on top. Fantastic. And same thing on the other side. Now it's going to be your left foot back, forward shift of the hip as you raise that left arm up, bending the elbow, eyes up and forward. You can draw that chin in just a bit, and then really open up the front of the hip and the side of your body line. Squeeze the glutes and shake it out there. Fantastic. All right, friends, I'm going to be using these rocks behind me as my elevated surface. We're going to go 30 seconds of a diamond push-up, 30 seconds of a step or jump jack. Then we're going to go back down for a regular push-up, and then we'll come up for either some march and punch or some running in place. And that's going to be our series for 3 rounds for this next circuit. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way to your position for that diamond push-up. We're going to start here in 10 seconds. So hands come together, midline nice and strong, and 3, 2, 1, here we go. Elbows down and in. Engage the glutes, squeeze the thighs. Like you're trying to flex those thighs, lifting them up and out of your knees. Shoulders down out of the ears. Your goal is to bring your heart all the way to your hands and then push away. If you maybe aren't at the right angle, go as far as you're confident. 2, 1, and pause. Great job. From there, coming right up, make sure you have a good, nice, safe space. And then we're going to move right into either your step jacks or your jump jacks. Going to take exactly a 30-second break. Halfway through, you can switch to more of a seal jack, swinging the arms side to side. Very good. All right. 7 seconds till we start now the regular push-up. Hands underneath the shoulders. Midline nice and strong. And 2, 1, begin. Make sure you don't wing those elbows out. Drawing them down and in. Leading with your heart, not your head. Breathing in on the down, breathing out as you push up and away. 10 seconds. If you need a break, just hold the top of that push up. 3, 2, 1, and taking your rest break. Great job. As you come back up to your feet, now we're going to move into that march. Option to give that diagonal punch across. Good. Maybe just a little smile. Try to keep it fun. This is the end of round 1. We're going to do it 2 more times, starting back with our diamond push-ups next. All right, let's take it into position. 7 seconds. Hands in close. Step the belly in and begin. Try to keep those shoulders down and out of the ears. Full range of motion is that goal. Lowering down, driving away halfway through. Engage that lower body. Think of it as a moving plank. And 3, 2, 1. Step or jump jacks coming on up. Good job. Nice full circles of the arms. Perfect. Index fingers touch in front of your navel and right overhead. Good. Second half, feel free to open up that chest. Turn it into more of a seal jack with that lateral arm swing. Beautiful. All right, let's head back to our push-up. Regular push-up this time. Hands underneath the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Very good, friends. You keep working. I'm going to come a little closer and see how everyone is looking that's here live. Nice, Sharon. There you go. Nice and smooth. Amy, Sharon, you'd be better if you could use an elevated surface because you're starting to pike your hips a little bit. Solid work, Kathy. 5 seconds, everybody. And 3, 2, 1. Take a rest there. We're coming up to our march and punch next. So just in regards to how we scale those push-ups, instead of doing push-ups off your knees, I'd rather see you have your hands elevated and work off your toes, because then you get a longer line for that strong plank position. And you're not piking through your hips. All right, everybody, that's 2 rounds down. Anytime you need a break, remember, it's all right. Just hold the plank and breathe. 10 seconds until we're back to start round 3. Third and final set. Diamond push-ups first. 3, 2, 1, begin. As you get tired, your shoulders tend to start to creep up into those ears. So think long neck, inverted shrug, meaning engage your shoulder blades back and down. And then stay centered on your heart, not leading with your head forward. Lower towards your chest and then drive away. 5 seconds. And transition, step or jump jacks. Woo! Good. Keep it playful, keep it fun. Try not to judge yourself. We're just trying to improve. We're gonna meet our body and meet our energy where it is. Switch it up to your seal jacks. Try to clap those hands together in front. Fantastic. All right, everybody, getting into our last set of those push-ups, working from that traditional horizontal position. Go ahead and head there. And here we go. Eyes centered right between the arms. Still bringing that lower body into the mix, squeezing the glutes, flexing your thighs. We're just over halfway. Breathe through that drive, up out of the push-up. Breathing out. And 3, 2, 1. We're almost done. Coming back to that march and punch. If anybody wants to pick up the tempo before our stretch break, you're welcome to do that running high knees. Woo! 20 seconds left. Keep those shoulders down now. I was finding myself starting to scrunch up. Good, everybody. 10 seconds left. Hands up high by those shoulders. Lifting those knees up nice and strong. 2, 1, and shake it out. Great job. Literally shake it out while you grab a quick drink. We're gonna take a brief stretch break and then we'll be into our third and final circuit. And now this is where we're gonna start to go overhead. And you have the option if you wanna mix in some squatting today. So with that said, first thing we're gonna do is stretch our quads. Grab the foot, pulling that heel towards the glute. So I'm not gonna be doing the full squat today. But if anybody is not planning on doing the recorded session tomorrow, if you want to get some squatting in, you totally can. You can do a thruster instead of just a traditional overhead press. When you're ready, switching legs, standing tall, shoulders back, and grab that other foot. Great job. Goal here is to bring the heel towards the glute, ideally making contact. I'm not quite there today. Fantastic. Let go of that foot. Let's open up those inner thighs a bit. Go ahead and walk the feet nice and wide. Before we focus on that side lunge, we're going to open the chest by bringing those arms back behind you. Extend those elbows without flaring your ribs up and back. Shoulders down, ribs down. We're gonna first take into our forward fold, knees push wide, hips drive back, arms come over the torso. Tuck your chin in, look right between your thighs. On that next inhale, coming back up to the top, release the arms, and now we're gonna reach the arms straight out as we take into our little baby side lunge. Pushing the knee wide, gripping the foot down. Breathing in, resting the arms, we come to center, and then breathing out. Same thing, second side. Looks great, crew, excellent. Nice tall chest. Let's go once more each way. Knee drives wide, big toe pushes down. Shin stays vertical, solid, and then balance it out. Take it the other way. Woo! All right, fantastic. Go ahead and swivel those feet in. We're going to be starting in 20 seconds. You're going to hold the weight in your left hand to start. As mentioned, I'm going to be working the overhead portion. If anybody wants to add the full squat, we'll squat all the way down and then press up. Rounds 1, I'm just going to do a standing press. Rounds 2 and 3, I'm going to add a little dip and drive. So eyes up, left arm, here we go. Breathing out as you push up. And in between arms, similar to what we did with the push-ups, we're gonna have some blood flow work with some different variation. Very good. Those of you, some of you adding that full squat, very nice. Or just working this overhead press. A little wide with my feet. I could bring them in a little closer, those of us not doing the squat. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and set your weight down. First thing we're gonna do is our side shuffle. I'm just gonna step it out, swing the arms, and step it back. We'll advance a little bit later. Turn into a grapevine. If you wanna flow a bit more, you can side shuffle and get a nice arm swing. Voice is cracking there. Nice. Good, and one more time, down and back in your space. Beautiful, and then we're gonna go back to the weight, this time in your right arm. If you're not doing a squat especially, check in with your feet, toes forward. Start with the elbow up and forward, and here we go, either with the squat or just standing tall, pressing straight up and down. Nice. Typically, if I'm squatting and driving, I'm reaching that other arm out. When I'm doing just the strict press, one of my practices is to rest the hand on the abdomen. Still fire those glutes. Trying to extend that elbow fully, bringing that weight right over the center of your head and resting there. Great job. Next, we're gonna do our StarStep. So we're gonna imagine we're stepping up and over a hurdle as we circle through those arms. Make sure you get some good foundation as you push that big toe down before you start to initiate that up and over. And then if you feel stable there, you can start to pick up that speed. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Opening through those hips, opening through the chest. Also spread those fingers out, open through the palm. And take a rest. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take about 30 seconds, a little bit less than, and now we're gonna be getting ready for that right arm once again. On round 2, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier, and now I'm gonna add a boost out of those legs. Those of you doing the squat, you can stay with that full thruster, or join me for what we call the push press, where it's gonna be a quarter squat, and then drive up to overhead from there. Arm reaches out as my chest dips down, reach and stand. All right, everybody together in 3, 2, 1. Here's round 2. Breathing in as you lower down, breathing out as you stand tall. Fantastic. Try to find a spot straight ahead. Focus your eyes. Looking to not drop your gaze down towards the floor. Fantastic, almost there. 5 more seconds. And rest. I need to grab a drink of water if anyone else does. Otherwise, you can go into your grapevine. Cross in front, cross behind. You can add a little swivel of those arms. Beautiful. We are halfway through our circuit. 5 seconds, and now we'll be into your right arm. Whatever movement you did on the left, now the same thing on the right. Find that spot you're focused on and begin. Dip and drive or your full squat. Good, eyes up, chest tall on that dip. Fantastic. You're halfway through. We've got some crying kids in the backdrop. Woo! Almost there. 2, 1, and pausing there. Good job. Now we're back to our StarStep. Up and over, over and back. Really good. You need a break from that overhead reach, similar to how we did our seal jacks. You can swing the arms horizontal. All right. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of set 2. We're going to take 15 seconds, and then we're going to be back to your left arm for our 3rd and final set. Heaviest weight you feel confident for. Eyes up, set the feet. Let's get everybody in position. Kathy's there, good. Amy's ready. And here we go. Hopefully Sharon's there with us too. Keep everything the same. Breathing in as you dip. Breathing out as you drive. Sitting back into those heels. So really keeping your full foot in contact with the floor. Wonderful. 10 seconds now. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Rotate. We're going back to that grapevine. And if you want, you can add the little curtsy step at the end where one foot steps behind, reaching for that opposite hand. Reaching for the opposite foot would be a better way to say it. Sink it down and then swivel through. Very good. We'll get just a little bit longer on this one. Feels nice to open through those hips. 10 more seconds, and then we'll get ready for that last overhead press. All right, so 15 seconds. We'll be starting our final side. Back to your weight. Should be your right arm. Set the feet. Find that focal point straight ahead. And 2, 1, here we go. Dip and drive. We're sticking with the full squat. Those of you choosing the thruster today. Good, mimic your breathing just like all the other sets. Great tempo, we're halfway. Nice position of that squat, Sharon. Very strong. All right, friends, 5 seconds. 1 to 2 more reps. And taking that pause. Awesome, we're finishing with our StarSteps. Get that balance to start, standing up nice and tall. And then when you're grounded, we'll start. Swing it through those arms, get a little bit more blood flow there. We're gonna let the air out of the bands here shortly. And we'll be into our cool down stretch. Fantastic, 20 more seconds. Let's switch it up to what we call our seal steps. It's still keeping that hurdle up and over your hurdle. But just swinging the arms back, clapping in front of the body. Good job. And 2, 1, all done there. Great job, work. Great work, friends. Going with the air out of the bands. You want to take them off? You're welcome to it. And then I'm going to use this trusty kind tree here beside me to do some upper body stretching. If you have a tree, that's awesome. Or if you have a doorway, you can even kind of make it work against the wall, but it's best because we're going to do some lat stretching as well. So if you have something that you can hold on to, that's ideal. All right, so once you've gotten your drink, let's go ahead and make your way to whatever surface you're going to use. And we're going to start by opening up the mid-back, placing the hand against the wall. You can use the back of the chair, walk the feet back, and then we're going to lower the heart towards the ground, lower the head between the arms, and then breathing into your mid-back here. On the inhale, coming out of the stretch. On the exhale, inviting that heart towards the floor. 1 or 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh, fantastic. As you come out of that, we're going to transition into our pec stretch. Bringing that elbow up to be in line with the shoulder. Trying to anchor your forearm down. Stepping that leg forward. Tuck your ribs down and in as you lean. Make sure the shoulder is drawn back and lengthen through the chest. There you go. And now you can rotate away. We're looking to open up that chest area. The side you're rotating towards, draw that shoulder down and out of the ear and look with your gaze over that shoulder. And if you'd like, add the arm circles, reaching that free arm out as you breathe in and then exhale as you pivot back. Couple more, breathing in, reaching forward. Follow the hand with your gaze. One more time, breathing in, circle up, and out, circle back. Fantastic. When you're ready, turn it around to the other side. Same idea, elbow at 90, anchor your forearm. Inside leg steps forward as you lean into it. And then turning your body, drawing this outside shoulder down out of the ears, rotating your palm up, Just pause here for a few breaths, allowing that chest to open. And when you're ready, you'll breathe in, reach the arm up and forward. Breathe out as you rotate back. Twice more. Last one. Lovely. All right, staying there, we're going to turn into a lat stretch next. I'm going to turn my thumb down towards the floor, try to grab on or anchor it down, walking the feet back, and now you're going to take your outside arm and reach under, looking under that shoulder that's holding onto your surface. Now that your right hand holding on, you're going to take your right foot, step it straight back to start, and then you're going to cross it behind the other leg. So I have my right hand holding on, right foot steps back, and then I'm crossing it behind the left as I reach my left arm under the right. You really lengthen that whole line of your fascia, your lats into your hip, all the way down that lateral leg. 2 more breaths. Really try to send your air wherever you feel tension along that line. When you're ready, step it forward, and we'll set it up on the other side. I'm going to be reaching with my left hand, thumb down, grabbing on. I walk both feet back to start. I take my right arm, I reach under, and now my left foot steps straight back, and then I step it behind that right leg. Remember to use your gaze, turn your head, looking underneath that arm. Really feel that body really expand and stretch. You have what's called your fascia. It overlaps all your muscles. It's all this interconnected web. And when you're ready, step it forward and literally shake it out. Just kind of bounce through your body, wiggle through your arms. You see what feels good. Fantastic, friends. All right, our final stretch series is going to be down on the ground from a kneeling position. So if you need any extra support for your knee, if you need any kind of yoga block, go ahead and grab it now. Alrighty. So we're going to start with the left knee down and the right foot forward. Make sure your right foot is far enough forward that you can keep a nice vertical chin, and then I want you to have your left knee back and just underneath that hip. So now we can push this hip forward to get that stretch, just like when we warmed up. Now we're going to interlace the hands. Breathe in as you reach the arms to overhead. Squeeze the glutes. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and turn your body towards your right side, your front leg. Go ahead and untwist your body. Lower the arms down for a moment, and now we're going to add the tricep stretch on the left. Left arm comes up, bending at the elbow. Grab that elbow, and now you'll side bend, bending your whole torso towards that right side. Good. Tuck your chin in, and if you want, add a little rotation, like you're trying to look up past your left elbow. Still try to squeeze the glute on that left hip. Beautiful, Amy. There you go, crew. And release the hands. Fantastic. If you have the block, this is where you can bring it into play. Placing it by your right ankle. Otherwise, elbow by the knee or against that knee and slide down your shin on that right side. Take a moment and hover by the instep. Sending your breath into your outer right hip or wherever you might feel that tension. And now we're going to open through the rib cage once again, but from a different angle. So I'm going to support my right hand on my yoga block. I'm going to take my left hand, crawl those fingers underneath the right leg. See how far I can reach there. Breathing in as I reach, and as I breathe out, I'm going to lift up out of that downside arm. Turn the gaze as I reach that left hand towards the sky, and then 2 more. As I breathe in, I'm going to crawl the hand under. Breathing out, pivot out, open up. And final time, breathing in, crawling under, breathing out as you open. Beautiful. Before we go straight to the other arm, we're gonna sit back onto that left heel, extend your right leg, and just move into a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. Drawing the toes of your right foot back towards you. You can point the toes away and draw them back towards you. Nothing super intense here. Try to keep your chest nice and tall. Similar to when we do that sciatic nerve floss on our back. Now we're just getting some motion here from this kneeling kind of forward lean position. Very good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back up and forward. You can bring the block back into play if you need it. Otherwise, wide handprint through the left hand. And now it's going to be right hand's going to crawl underneath that left arm as far as we can reach. And then as you rotate in towards your thigh, the hand comes up towards the sky and reach all the way behind you. Twice more. Breathing in, crawl the right underneath the left. Breathing out, pivot. Open. Fantastic. One more time. Crawling under and opening through. Fantastic. All right, friends, when you're ready, you can either come to standing or however you want to go about it to switch sides. We're going to now end up with the left foot forward and the right foot back. You have that good stance, shin vertical, breathing in, interlace the hands, stretching up tall. Squeeze the glute on that right hip, grab your right wrist, and it's a rotation first. Turning towards the left. Keep squeezing that right hip. Wake up that glute, open that hip. Twist, lower those arms down, and now we're gonna add the tricep. Breathing in. Right arm reaches up with the ribs down. Beautiful. Bend the elbows. Still shifting into that hip, and now you side bend towards the left. Good. Protect that neck, tuck the chin a little bit, and then your choice if you want to add that rotation. Trying to turn your gaze to look up past your right elbow. Fantastic. Loosen it there. With or without the block, left elbow on the inside of the left knee, slide on down. Take a few breaths to hover by this instep. Trying to imagine that you can send your air all the way into that outer left hip. Beautiful. When you're ready, it's going to be the right arm first. As you breathe in, crawl the hand underneath that left leg. As you breathe out, it's our first of 3 rotations. Go ahead and move at your own tempo. Breathing in as you reach under. Out as you open through. Pause in that open position. Really get the most out of that rotation. Final time. Really nice. And then remember, in between sides, we sat back, lowering the hips back towards the heel, extending your left leg. Drawing the toes back towards your face and just chest nice and tall. Go ahead and point the foot away. Draw it back towards you. Just really lightly leaning the chest forward. Couple more. Point the foot. Extend it back. Do one more time. And when you're ready, coming forward, and we'll finish those rotations. This time we're going to spread out through the right hand. And now your left arm, as you breathe in, you're going to crawl those fingers underneath that right arm. And then when you're ready, really push through that right arm and rotate the left arm back. Wonderful. Breathing in, crawling under. Breathing out, pivot through. Final time, breathing in. And open all the way up. All right, friends, go ahead and make your way to a seated position for our final breaths to finish. So either sitting on the ground, or I'm gonna take my little yoga block and sit my sit bones right there. I invite you to kind of move the flesh of your glutes up and out of the way. Lengthen through that spine. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring the palms together in front of the heart. You're welcome to close your eyes. And when you're ready, we're gonna breathe in, raise both arms up to overhead. And just imagine you've got a friend that's just trying to pull you up through the wrist. And then as you exhale, lower the arms down. But start to think about how you want to feel. If you want to breathe in some peace, breathe in the frequency of love. As you exhale, let go of any negative tension or send that positive energy out, whatever resonates with you most. And one more time, big breath in, tall stretch up out of your sit bones. Feel free to let out a little audible sigh if that feels best for you. All right, friends, give yourself a little round of applause. Thank you so much for showing up, moving your body, and taking care of yourself on this Monday. All right, we'll be back live on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Be well, be grateful, and remember, life is meant to be enjoyed. We'll see you next time. As soon as I remember how to stop this on the phone. Where? Let's see here.
Looks like you're in Tempe.
I'm at Discovery Park in Gilbert.
Oh, in Gilbert. Okay. I saw the lake. Is there a lake in Gilbert?
Yeah, and there's the temple. There's the Gilbert Temple, if you can see with the sunshine. We got some ducks around.
I don't remember that lake there. Of course, I wasn't really my stomping ground, so.
Yeah. All right, I think I found the record button. Here we go. Thanks, friends.